It's time to, it's time to, it's time to jump around and feel it again. It's time to, it's time to get back up and party again. I feel alive in singing about another revolution of my mind. I feel alive in withstanding the illusion, the possible solution. It's my time, time to shine. He was another man on the run. His daily job, it was no fun. He worked on overtime every day. No friends, no girl, calamity. And pictures passing by of a greater time in life. The past had made him see how great he could be. He put his best clothes on and smiled. He combed his hair, he looked alright. He threw his job aggressively. There's only one song he could sing, which goes like this. I feel alive in singing about another revolution of my mind. I feel alive in withstanding the illusion, the possible solution. It's my time, time to shine. 'Twas another year on the run. His life from now was solely fun. He went out every day to get laid. His goals achieved, he cried hooray. And this did not feel right. He felt consumed from the inside. This time made him see how bad this one could be. He threw his suit down on the ground. He smashed his boots with a crack sound. He dropped his hand so shakily. There's only one song he could sing, which goes like this. I feel alive in singing about another revolution of my mind. I feel alive in withstanding the illusion, the possible solution. It's my time, time to shine. He's shouting out, he keeps going for the clouds. The change is strong with its final song, which goes like this. Feel alive in singing about another revolution of my mind. I feel alive in withstanding the illusion, a possible solution. It's my time, time to shine.
In the first age, in the soul dimension Bagu, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood. He chose the path of everlasting darkness, in his ravenous hunger for souls, and with boiling oil through his veins, seeking friends in a world who has the magical black bean of coffee. And those that followed this android Shinigami named him Death Player Enter.
Jo. Fuck, wo ist denn die Model-Ding? Nein. Ah, so ist besser. Ja. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu diesem kleinen Stream hier. Wir spielen heute eine Visual Novel. Ich weiß, hört sich jetzt erst einmal
Moin Meister!
und Moin Ubi. Und ich weiß, Visual Novel denkt man sich, hä, warum? Warum schaust du da nicht einfach Anime? Naja. Visual Novels sind so quasi der Äquivalent von Gamified Books. Und, ja. Ich hatte schon mal ein Projekt angefangen, das habe ich dann verkackt und habe es dann abgebrochen. Data Life Rio Reincarnation. Und ja. Deswegen dachte ich mir, machen wir mal eine neue, wo ich die Aufnahme nicht verkack. Und ja. Dann warten wir noch eine halbe Minute, weil dann ist Hollow Atraxia, was in dem Bundle dabei war, wo ich gekauft habe, fertig gedownloadet. Hashtag Steam. Und ja. Ansonsten, wie geht's euch so? Girls Frontline ist hauptsächlich eine Visual Novel. Da siehst du es. Aber zu Girls Frontline gibt's keinen Anime. Zu Fate's Day Night gibt's, ja, von Studio Dean. Ah, okay. Dann will ich nichts gesagt haben. Aber ja, wir spielen heute Fate's Day Night. Oder besser gesagt, lesen. Und ja. Sagen wir es so. Zu Fate's Day Night gibt es Studio Deans Fate's Day Night. Dann Manga. Habe ich daheim. Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works von Ufotable und Fate's Day Night Heaven's Feel gibt's 3 Filme. Und ich finde, einer der geilsten Kämpfe im Ganz-Anime ist aus Fate's Day Night Heaven's Feel Part 3. Und ja, dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir mal neu. So. Man sieht Steam. So. Type Move. Ja. Vielleicht wirst du die Route erkennen anhand der Entscheidungen oder wie es läuft. Type Moon Presents. The tip of the spear was like a flash of lightning. A spearhead thrust to skewer the heart. Even attempting to evade, it was pointless. It was but a flash, too swift for the human eye to follow. And yet, moonlight swept in to save me from the strike that threatened to end me. The sound was beautiful, like a tolling of a bell. No, truth to be told, the sound hung over me heavier than an iron weight. This beauty had little to do with aesthetics. The stark armor wrapped around her was like a frozen night itself. The ringing was not in itself pleasant. It was the sound of steel. But the night herself was beautiful enough to make it into a chiming of bell. I ask of you, are you my master? Her voice resonated in the darkness. I have come in response to your summons. Frage, soll ich das lesen, wenn's schon voiced ist, oder Ubi, wie machst du es eigentlich bei Girls Frontline? Liest du es dann auch nochmal mit Voice Acting, oder? Weil, ja. Wenn nicht, lasse ich die Voiced Lines und lese es dann einfach nur vor. Oder soll ich ein bisschen Voice Acting machen? Ich lese es selber vor, nachdem die Ingame-Synchro fertig ist. Ah, okay. Perfekt, dann mache ich das auch so. Henceforth my blade is with you and your fate with me. Our pact is now sealed. Indeed, the pact was sealed, just as she chose to serve me. I'm sure in that moment that I swore to save her. The moonlight cut through darkness. As if an imitation of the night, the storehouse regained its former calm. Time had stopped. The vision before me had lasted less than a second. But that as it may be, I will always remember the sight of her as clear as if it were still happening now, even if I fall into the depths of hell. The faint slant of her profile, her serene, divinely green eyes. For a moment, time stopped, and her silhouette, draped in blue, swayed with the wind. I was struck by the pale blue glow. Her hair, as fine as golden thread, was bathed in the moonlight. Fate. This happened 10 years ago. I see someone who takes me back. He's tall, with chiseled features. I never known him to crack a joke. He ruffles my hair affectionately. No, that's not what this is. It's more like he grasping my head and working it like a stubborn jarlet. Maybe he doesn't know how to control his strength. The only thing to be expected. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. It's time for me to leave. You know what to do next. I answered yes in a somber voice. He nodded once, withdrew his hand and stood up. That's all. Had I known this would be the last time we would ever see each other, I would have done my best to making love with a perfect joke. I've been practicing punchlines private in hopes of finally seeing a smile crack that stony face. If I have one regret, it's that I never got to tell him any of my jokes. Get the association in your depth before you become an adult. Any decisions after that I leave up to you. I'm sure you manage on your own. So he said, but I bet he was worried about me. He told me about our family's heirloom gems passed down to us from our grandmaster, and how to manage the underground workshop. It was a rapid-fire course of subjects he'd never taught me before. Even as a child, I realized that he would probably never come home again. There was a war. Not a war between countries, but between people. But in this war, there were only 7 combatants. It might not have seemed fitted to call it a war, but having mages involved changes things. 7 mages from different factions competed, but I wasn't sure why. They killed each other using methods I didn't really understand. One of them was the man in front of me. It meant that he would kill and eventually be killed. I'm sure he felt the tickling of his old life clock even more keenly than I did. Rin, before long the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Tosakas to obtain it, but above it all, it's a path we are destined to walk as mages. And with that, he ruffled my hair one last time and left. I never saw him again. My father/teacher was one of the masters who participated in the Holy reden und lesen, ohne über die Zunge zu stolpern. In the Holy Grail War, he never come home.
いってらっしゃいませ、お父様。
Safe travels, father. I bid him farewell, as a well-behaved daughter should. I knew this was on the verge of tears, but I didn't let them show. I loved him. He was a great father and an even greater mage. Mages are stubborn people. As far as I knew, there wasn't a more upstanding man in the whole world. As my instructor, he trained me. As my father, he loved me. So I decided, I did accept the things he left for me and choose my own path. Ren, before long the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Tosakas to obtain it, but above all, it is a path we are destined to walk as mages. In the end, his final words for me were given as a mage, not a father. That's the moment I made up my mind.
よし。
Alright.
それじゃあ一つ気合い入れて一人前になりますか。
Alright, I guess I'd better do everything I can to become a worthy mage. It is only natural for an apprentice to live up to her master's hope. That's how I, Rin Tosaka, grew up after experiencing life's twists and turns. It's been 10 years since my father went off to the war. I wouldn't say I've been looking forward to this day, but I'm a bit on edge. That goes without saying, after all. That moment, which was burned into my memory 10 years ago, will soon be upon me again. Bislang 31. Januar. I hear something. Ring, 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 ring.
うるさい。
Shut up,
止まれ。
shut up, stop. The noise doesn't stop. It's such an infernal racket. It's almost as if it was here to avenge my father.
はいよ、もう。昨日は遅くまでやってたんだから。もうちょっと。
What now? I was up late, just a little longer. I wish I just let me sleep a bit more. In fact, it should. I stayed up into the early hours, deciphering my father's will, and I used a hell of a lot of magical energy to do it. I'm totally exhausted, body and mind.
もう。融通の利かないやつ。
Good grief. Cut me some slack, would you? Ich übersetze die Rings des Weckers nicht. The alarm clock is deaf to my complaints. What kind of machine makes a noise that seems like its sole purpose is to remind you that you're late? Ha, erinnert mich an jemanden. Tatsächlich aus der Schule. Der war auch immer zu spät.
遅刻。
Late,
遅刻はまずい。
late. I can't be late. True, but there's time and a place for everything. No matter how much of an overachiever I am, I should try to make it to school on time at least for today. If only slightly.
そうそう。あらかじめ30分ずらして目覚ましをセットしたんだから。あと30分は眠れるはず。
Alright. I set my alarm 30 minutes early, which means I should still be able to sleep another 30. Doesn't that sound off? 30 minutes early?
ずらして。
I peered the alarm clock through sleep-heavy eyelids. The hands pointed to 7 o'clock on the dot. I usually get up at 6:30, which means I completely used up my safety margins. Speaking of which, why is my brain so slow in the morning? I glare at the alarm clock for several seconds. I shut off the alarm and climb sluggishly out of bed. Früher konnte man einen Wecker noch ordentlich punchen. The morning chill bites at me as I cross the hallway and enter the parlor. This is the final 7 AM in January. Winters in Fuyuki are relatively warm, but the mornings here are cold as anywhere, even at home. My breath mists white. It's much colder without anyone else living here.
暖房暖房
Heater, heater. I turn up the heater and go wash up. Single living is so inconvenient at times like these. If there was someone else here to wake up before me, then the parlor would already be heated. I wash my face at the sink. I run a brush through my long hair and get dressed. A chilly morning in a frigid bathroom. The only thing to be said is that the cold water mercilessly beats at the sleepiness for me. With a final tug on the ribbon at my collar, I finished getting dressed. All that's left is to have breakfast and go to school. The clock reads just past 7, so my morning run feels a bit anticlimactic.
なんだこれなら走っていく必要もないか
Oh, I don't even need to run then. Of course, I never do anything so uncouth as sprinting to school. Fun Fact habe ich auch nicht. Ich hatte das Privileg, dass ich einfach nur 10 Minuten laufen musste. Und die Schule immer in Sichtweite war, also ich konnte relativ lang schlafen. The Tosaka family motto dictates that we conduct ourselves with confidence and elegance at all times. My ancestors must have been some high and mighty aristocrats, if that's what we've talked through the generations. The anachronistic mansion I live is a proof enough of that. Plus, the Tosakas are a line of spellweavers who practice what is known as magecraft. We're not just an old family. We have an admirably storied history.
まあ自慢できることでもないんだけど
Not that it's anything to brag about. In fact, I literally can't talk about it. The truth is, I'm a mage. Who could I even brag about it to? As the name suggests, magecraft is what most normal people would see as magic. It sounds like some supernatural woo-woo, and if you'd like to think of it as just wiggling with your fingers and saying abracadabra, that's fine too. Just think of us as people who chant weird words and make equally weird stuff happen. That said, we don't fly around on broomsticks. We don't shoot stars out of wands either. We can do things kind of like that, but there's no point, so we don't. We're pretty much heretics who lurk in the shadows of society. We're not allowed to draw attention to ourselves, and anyone who has the time for that kind of thing would rather spend it on their research. Ordinary humans might call us magicians, but that would be wrong. In fact, there are only 5 magicians in the whole world. Magicians are what we call people who can do something no one else can. They can accomplish feats beyond the means of modern science and perform genuine miracles. Similarly, magic is the label we use for mystics, magical mysteries, that can't be realized with any amount of time or skill. Well, magecraft, though it looks mysterious, is something anyone can do with enough time and resources. I'm a mage, and the kind of mystics I use are merely magecraft, not true magic. Confusing, I know, but that's how it works. Ja, bevor ihr fragt, nein, ich werde nicht ins Lore einsteigen, weil das, ich glaube, da hat Gigo mal ein Video gemacht, das ging fast 2 Stunden oder so. Und am Ende versteht trotzdem keiner die Lore von Fate, also... I'm not touching that, ich werde diese Büchse der Pandora nicht anfassen. Also, modern civilizations doesn't accept the existence of mages. We believe in, manipulate and study things that can't be measured, which puts us at odds with modern society. Above all, there's no point to any of what we do. You'd be so much happier just going off to a normal school and becoming a normal adult than you would studying magecraft. Human technology accomplished great things. For the last few centuries, magecraft has been playing catch up to the progress of civilization. Nothing is impossible for humanity anymore. Miracles that could be only realized with magecraft in the distant past have been reduced to common tools and appliances. Even so, magecraft does have its benefits. Just as there are some things only science can accomplish, there remain heights only mystics can reach. If science is racing into the future, then mages are racing into the past. I think the Tosaka Grandmaster said that. Die Lore. Leute kämpfen mit Helden wie Pokémon um den Heiligen Gral. That's die Nutshell. Das ist die Nussschale der Lore von Fate. Moment, ich lese gleich weiter. Ich ziehe nur meinen Pulli aus und hole mir was Neues zu trinken, weil es wird warm. Whenever you are heading into the past or the future, your destination is the same. 0 or something like that. We can shelve the difficult topics for now. Philosophy is for the elderly. I finish my breakfast and pick up my bag.
そうだ、ペンダント持っていかないと。
Alright, gotta bring my pendant. I'm reluctant to take something so valuable to school, but it would be a waste to leave it behind.
何しろ100年ものの石だものね。うちにある宝石の中じゃダントツで最強だし。
I mean, the thing's 100 years old, but it's by far the most powerful jewel we have. One could even say it is on an entirely different level. I obtained the gem after decoding my father's will last night. It's imbued with 10 years worth of my own magical energy. I've been told that the Totsaka's family has heirlooms or jewels passed down since the olden days, and this might be one of them. Tosaka mages specialize at the conversion and flow of power. We channel our magical energy into precious gems whenever we have the spare moment. Simply put, I'm the gun and the jewels are the bullets. The other thing I inherited from my father is a magic crest engraved to my left arm. A magic crest is proof that I'm the heir to our lineage. It's like all the techniques of the Tosaka condensed into a tattoo.
まだ始まったわけじゃないけど、用心に越したことはないか。
Can't let my guard down, even if it hasn't started yet. For now, I stow my pendant, my father's keepsake, in a pocket.
切り札だものね。これに秘められた魔力なら、できないことはないぐらいなんだし。
It's my trump card. There's nothing I can't do with the power stored in there. It's 7:30. I'd better leave soon. I don't want to be late for school.
Schließen für Verfahren 3.
Schließung. Verfahren 3. Okay, ich glaube, das hätte ich nicht mal vorlesen müssen, weil das war Deutsch und das ist ein deutscher Stream und I weave energy into pre-foreign phrase. As a mage, I can't neglect the security of my home base. That still applies even if I never had so much as a single burglar, lost child or stray cat wander into my home. Actually, I don't think the neighbors ever have come over to say hello.
別にいいけどね。野良猫でさえ入ってこないってどういうことよ。
That's fine with me. But why don't I ever get any stray cats around here? I look up at the mansion. That's been my home for over a decade. Fuyuki is a strange city. One side of the intersections dividing the residential areas is filled with old samurai estates, while the side I'm on has abundances of mansions built in European style. Apparently a whole bunch of foreign families immigrated here long ago, but I've never seen a single foreigner around. There's even a cemetery for foreigners in Shinto, the new part of the city, across the river, but it was built for the generation that immigrated here.
日本の土が合わなかったのかな。
Maybe Japan just doesn't suit them. I make the mental note to ask the priest about the next time I visit the church. He's nothing if not full of boring trivia for sure.
あれ？
Oh? Something feels off as I step outside.
なんだろう。思ったより静かなんですけど。
That's weird, it's quieter than I thought. There's no trace of typical morning bustle. At 7:30 in the morning, there would normally be students and workers on their daily commute.
まあ、こういう日もあるか。
I guess it's just one of those days. Maybe everyone slept in. It's unusually cold today, so everyone must be snuggled up in bed.
ああ、け
Hmm.
どさすがに。
Still though. Even if that was true, it's strange that there isn't a single student on the street. At this time of day you expect to see at least a school uniform or two, and yet, from where I am standing at the school gate, it looks like morning club activities are just starting up. Which can only mean
あれ遠坂今朝は一段と早いのね。
Oh, Tosaka, you're awfully early today.
やっぱりそうきたか。
I knew it. With a light sigh, I turned to face the student who called out to me.
おはよう。今日も寒いねこりゃ。
Morning. Sure, it's cold today. The girl who addresses me so casually is Ayako Mizutsuri. She's my classmate in 2A. And she has quite a history.
おはよう、三つさん。つかぬことを聞くけど、今何時だかわかる？
Morning, Mitsutsuri. And sorry for the weird question, but do you know what time it is?
何時って7時前じゃない。遠坂寝ぼけてる？
It's not even 7 yet. You're still asleep or something? She waves her hand in front of my face, as if to ask if anybody's home. Ayako is one of my few friends, and she knows that I'm not a morning person. She probably figured out by now that I'm still not completely with it.
うちの時計1時間早かったみたい。しかも軒並み。
The clocks at home are an hour ahead. All of them, apparently.
目覚まし時計はおろか、柱時計まできっかり早まってた。
I thought it was just my alarm clock, but the grandfather clock was off too. What's going on here? Father must have set the clocks to go haywire once I took the pendant out the underground cellar.
遠坂
Osaka,
気にしないで。別に大したことじゃないから。それより、三辻さんは今日も朝練？
don't worry about it. It's no big deal. If you're on your way to your morning practice, Mitsusuri,
ええ弓道部は問題児も多いしうまいのは一人減ったからね4月の新入生獲得のために少しぐらいは見栄えを良くしとかないと
yeah, there are lots of troublemakers in the Kyoto club, and we're down one of our best shooters. We need to put on a good show if we're going to attract first years in April.
そう。気苦労が絶えないのね、相変わらず。
I see, sounds rough.
他人事だからって言ってくれるわあついでだから見ていく遠坂が見学する分には男どもも喜ぶけど
Way to show you care. Oh, wanna come see? I'm sure the boys would love to know you're watching.
弓道部か。
The Kyoto Club, huh? I'm acquainted with 3 of its members. One is Ayako, the girl I'm talking to now. Oh. I barely ever speak to the other 2. Of those latter 2, there's one I actually can't explain away as simple as an equations. I became friends with Ayako, the club president, because I've been watching the club from afar.
そうね。様子を見るだけなら付き合うわ。早く来すぎたからやることもないし。
Okay, as long as it's just watching, I come. It's not like I have anything else to do this early in the morning.
よしじゃあ善は急げ早速行こう
Nice, then let's get going. One of our school's trademarks is its well-equipped archery range. The chair of the school board has a passion for Kyoto, traditional Japanese archery, though they build a magnificent range on the campus, and it's kind of a waste for a high school club, to be honest.
ほらほらまだ開始まで時間があるし中でお茶しようぜ遠坂
Come on, let's go. There's still time before practice starts, so I get you some tea. Ayako tugs on my arm, looking somewhat pleased. If I'm being honest, her brusque way of speaking is a bad habit. As Ayako said, there's no one else at the range. With the Japanese that's not so hot, it numbs my tongue as we prepare ahead for today's classes. The hot drink is delicious in the quiet, wintry archery range.
さて単刀直入に聞くけどそっちの調子はどうなのよ遠坂いい加減頼りになる相棒は見つかった
Okay, I get right down to it. What's up with you today, Tosaka? Did you finally realize someone good? And she uses the occasions to ask me something completely ridiculous.
ほんと、いきなり本題に入るのね、花。
Okay, dann bis gleich. You're just getting straight to it today. Hmm?
その言いぶりだと、そっちはもう見つけたんだ。
Should I take the tone to mean you beat me to the punch?
の 手を沸かすまではこっちも秘密さ。で、どうなのよ。その疲れた顔を見ると脈ありって感じだけど。
No comment. If you're not showing your cards, then neither am I. So, how about it? If you're being so tired is anything to go by, I bet I'm right on the mark.
こっちもノーコメント。あなたに隠してもどうせ見抜かれるか。残念ながらこっちはまだよ。
No comment either. But I guess even if I try to hide it, you'd see right through me. Sadly, not yet.
あやこの方はお互いのんびりしてる余裕はないはずだけど。
What about you? Can you really afford to take your time on the romantic front?
そうなんだけど。私も雲行きは怪しいわ。とりあえず取り繕うことはできるけど、ことがことでしょ。この先の命運がかかってるんだから妥協するわけにもいかないし。
You're not wrong. Things aren't looking too good, sure. I could grab someone just for appearance. But quality matters, you know. I shouldn't compromise when my future's on the line.
勝手に決めて私に負けるのも嫌。
Uh-huh. Are you that worried you'll make a wrong choice and lose to me?
もちろん。私にとって重要なのはあんたを任すことだもの。何が手に入るとか何を手に入れるとかは二の次よ。
Obviously, the important thing here is that you lose to
Moin,
me.
Meister.
Und moin Anni. What I actually gain in the process is secondary, really. She chuckles confidently.
似た者同士ね、私たち。
Ah, we're two peas in a pod.
ええ、初めて会った時に言ったでしょ。あんたとはそういう関係にあるんだって。
Yeah, I told you. Ich stehe an der ersten Reihe und Meet and Greet war mega. Okay, nice to hear. Viel Spaß dann. Yeah, I told you when we met that this is what it'd be like between us. She did, didn't she? Kill or be killed. I'm sure that's how it'll be between the two of us. I was gently surprised to have someone say that right off the bat. Translation: our friendship won't bloom unless we're constantly trading blows. It's what Ayako was getting at. I agree with her. In the 2 years since then, I still haven't figured out whenever she is my friend or my nemesis.
ところでさ、私たちなんでこんな話してるんだっけ？
Uh-huh. How did we get on this again?
なんでって言い出したのは遠坂でしょ。
What? You started it,
あ
Tosaka.
んたがいつまでも彼氏がいないのは女としてどうよなんてこぼすもんだから。なら3年になる前にどっちが先に男作るかって勝負になったんじゃない。
You complained that you never have a boyfriend, so we decided to make it a contest to see who catches one first, remember?
ああ、そうだった。売り言葉に買い言葉ってやつだった。
Alright,
遅れを取った方が一日言いなりになるんだっけ？
alright, that was a deal. We say that whoever loses that has to do whatever the winner stays for a day, right?
ええ、今時子供でも交わさない約束だけど、あんたと私に限って往生際が悪いってことはないでしょ。
Yep. I don't think even kids make deals like this anymore. But we're both sore
どん
losers.
な結果になろうと、負けた方はおとなしく勝者に従うことになる。それを思うと私は今から楽しみで楽しみで。
No matter what happens, the loser has to honor the deal. Gotta say, I'm looking forward to winning. Ayako snickers in delight. My goodness. Ayako Mitsusuri is, to put it mildly, a handful. I'll admit, I'm looking forward to winning myself. So that goes for both of us.
そうけど三辻さん、楽しむのは結構だけど目的を違えないよう気をつけなさい。勝負の内容は後先だけじゃないでしょ。
I see. But Mitsutsuri, you can look forward to the future. Don't lose sight of the goal. There's more to our contest than being first to the finish.
分かってるって。東坂より早く東坂が心底羨ましがるような関係にならないと完全勝利とは言えないからね。
I know, it's not a real victory unless it's a relationship that makes you green with envy.
私たちにとってはそれが一番厄介な問題なんだが、どんなにいい男だろうと好きになれない。
shit! Ayako sighs heavy. From what I've heard, she's known to be a bit of a misandrist. Can't put too much stock in gossips though. That she made this bet at all means less that she just doesn't like boys and more that she hasn't found the right person. That aside.
ちょっと私たちって何よ、私たちって。
Wait, when did this become we?
断っておきますけど、私はそっちと違って冷血感じゃありません。
I'll
男の
have
子を好きになるなんて問題でもなんでもないわ。
I have you know that I'm not an ice cream like you. I have no problem liking a boy.
ああ、それ嘘。もしくは気づいていないだけ。東坂が男を気にかけるなんてことは絶対ないもの。
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Maybe you just haven't realized it, but I can't imagine you getting soft on a boy.
今まで数えきれないぐらい告白されたくせに一つも色々返事してないじゃない。少しでも興味があるなら付き合おうって思うでしょ。なのに断り続けるってことはあんたは男に興味がないってことよ。
You're always getting asked out and you never once said yes. You'd think that if you were actually interested, you'd at least date a few. I'd say your record speaks for itself. You don't care about boys.
発想が貧困ね。その場合、すでに好きな相手がいるから断ってるって話もありじゃない？
You have no imagination at all, do you? What if I already have feelings for someone?
うわ、すっごい美談。いいね、そういうの。ロマンだな。
Wow, talk about tall tales. But sure, I can appreciate a good romance. Ayako's tone isn't mocking, she nods solemnly. Her sigh tells me that it would be nice if it were true. I don't believe myself. I really can't hide anything from her.
そうね。私もそう思う。
So can I. She's right. I know very well how cold I am.
認めるわ。私、こと恋愛に関しては素人みたい。
I can see that I'm a novice when it comes to romance.
そういうこと。似た者同士だって言ったの東坂でしょ。
That you are. Two peas in a pod, right?
もうじき7時か。秘密の話はこの辺にしとこう。いつ人がやってくるかわからないし、朝になったら学生らしく振る舞わないとな。
Damn, it's already 7. We better cut the secret meeting short. Who knows when someone might walk in on us. Time to start acting like students.
まあ、三辻さんにもそういう世間体があったなんて意外だわ。ええ、これだけでも早起きした甲斐があったみたい。
Oh, look at us. A social butterfly. It was worth waking up early just to see it.
あんたほど筋金入ってないけどね。私の世間体なんて東坂凛に比べたら灯籠の斧ってもんよ。あんたの猫っかぶりは擬態っていうより別人格のレベルよ。別人格。
Not as much as a greater in Tosaka. I'm the David to your Goliath. And your ability to fake being a goody two-shoes at school is practically an alternate personality. Ayako sniffs exaggeratedly. I empty the rest of the teacup she poured in for me and brew a new pot.
で、登坂はどうして部活に入らないのよ。運動神経がないなんてざれ言は聞かないからね。あたしゃ去年の体力測定でことごとくあんたに負けたのまだ恨んでるんだから。
So why not join a club? Don't feed me on your usual bull about being unathletic. I still haven't forgotten how you beat me at every fitness test last year.
あら、肺活量では三辻さんに負けたわよ、私。あと、体重も三辻さんのが上だったけど。
You had beat me in lung capacity though, and weight.
やったー、重さで3キロ上回った
Yeah, I gained 3 kilos.
って体重で勝っても嬉しくないってのよ、このタヌキ。
Wait, that's nothing to celebrate. Damn it, you tricked me! Ayako slaps the table.
危ない。お茶がこぼれるでしょ、三辻さん。首相なんだから、道場は大事になさい。
Careful, you might spill the tea. Shouldn't the club captain be taking better care of the players? The place?
うるさい。私は首相である前に登坂のライバルだ。
Shut it, I'm your rival first and club captain somewhere after that.
部員がいなけりゃあんたに食ってかかるのは当然よ。
If there's no one else around you, you can bet I'm ready to take the fight to you. Ayako sighed at me with a huff. She has a unique idea about beauty. A beautiful woman must walk the martial path. She is always going on about that. Not surprisingly, she's well versed in most martial arts. Kyudo was a discipline she was least skilled at, so she joined the club and worked her way up to captain. She's probably one of the top 3 people in our school you'd least want to mess with.
あら、部員がいなければ首相じゃないなんて問題発言じゃないそれ。
Should you really be saying that you stop being a captain if none of your club members are around?
問題発言なもんですか。私はお飾りの首相だから、できることって言ったら不良部員を取り締まることだけよ。
Why not? I'm only captain for show. I can just have the more unruly members take care of any grunt work.
私以上にしゃがりっぱなやつがいるんだから、首相としての面目なんてないわ。
Plus, there's better shooter than me. Anyway, I don't have any captain's honor to defend.
そうなの？藤村先生、三辻さんは飛び抜けてうまいって言ってたけど。
That's so. I recall Miss Fujimura saying you were the best they had.
あの人がそう言うんなら、そりゃ少しは自信が持てるけど、まあいなくなっちまったやつのことなんて考えても仕方ないか。そうね、藤村先生がそう言ってくれたんなら真面目に首相やんないとまずいか。
Coming from her, that's a bit of an ego boost, but still, she's only saying that because of the guy who left. You're right though, if Fujimura-san thinks that much of me, I'd better act like a real captain.
そうそう。噂をすれば影。そろそろ部員がやってくる頃でしょ。私はおいとまするけど、三辻さんはきちんと首相になりなさい。
That's the spirit, and speak of the devil, here come your clubmates now. Time for me to go. But make sure you do your part.
何？見ていかないの？シャ。
What? You're not going to watch us shoot?
見てもわからないもの。ど いいけどね。不心得者が道場にいるわけにはいかないでしょ。
I wouldn't understand even if I did. It's one thing to watch from afar, but the uninitiated shouldn't loiter in the dojo. Just as I get up to leave, the first club members begin to entering the archery range.
おはようございます、師匠。
Good morning, Captain.
ああ、おはようマト。
Morning.
今朝は一人？
Morning. Are you by yourself today?
はい。力になれず、申し訳ありません。
Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't convince him to come.
ああ、いいっていいって。本人が弓をやらないって言うんなら無理をさせても仕方がない。
It's fine. If he doesn't want to, there's no point forcing him. Ayako speaks to the first club member to arrive.
それじゃあ失礼するわ。また後でね、三辻さん。
I'll be going then. See you later, Mitsusuri.
ああ、また後でね、遠坂。
Yeah, later, Tosaka.
お疲れ様です。遠坂先輩。
Have a good day, Tosaka senpai.
ありがとう。さくらもしっかりね。
Thanks. Hang in there, Sakura. I leave the dojo behind, so as not to get in the way.
やあ、遠坂。おはよう。朝から君に会えるなんてついてるな。
Morning, Tosaka. Funny running into you so early. And no, here comes the person I least wanted to see.
おはよう、マトくん。今日は早いのね。
Good morning, Mato. You're here early.
当たり前だろ。首相なんだから早めに来ないと一年に示しがつかないじゃないか。
Of course I am. I am the captain, so I need to set a good example for the first years. Shinji Mato from class 2C grins at me. He's the vice captain of the Kyoto Club and darling of half of the girls at school. It's mostly thanks to his looks, of course, but he is also admired for his good grace, social graces, and being kind to girls, and being an overall heartthrob or something like that. I really don't follow what that kind of stuff. It's just what I hear my classmates say.
そう。ご機嫌なところ悪いんだけど、一文字抜けてるわ、マトくん。
はい
大事な字だから忘れない方がいいと思うけど。
I see, hate to burst your bubble, but I'm pretty sure you're forgetting an important part of that motto. Try to remember next time.
一文字抜けてるって何がさ。
What that?
幸福の福。字は違うけど響きは一緒でしょ、副首相さん。気をつけなさい。別に首相も副首相も変わらないけど、変に意識するとこだわってるみたいに聞こえるでしょ。
Vice, I don't care whenever you're captain or vice captain. But if you make a point of leaving it out, people might think it bothers you, vice captain.
そうだね。今後は気をつける。ありがとう、遠坂。
You're right, I keep that in mind. Thanks, Tosaka, und jetzt... Ich finde scheiße, dass sie hier nicht Deutsch. So, dann brauche ich auch nicht so brüllen. On. So. So. You're kind. I keep that in mind. Thanks, Tosaka.
お礼を言われるようなことはしてないけど、まあマト君がそう思ったのなら私には関係ないか。
Not sure I did anything you should thank me for. But hey, I'm not going to stop you. With that, I turn to leave the range.
ちょっと待てよ。見学に来たんだろ。なら見ていけばいいじゃないか。遠坂なら大歓迎だよ。
Well, hang on. You were here to watch, aren't you? You're more than welcome to stay.
遠慮するわ。練習の邪魔をしたくないもの。
Pass, I don't want to interrupt your practice.
そんなの構わないよ。他の連中が気に障るんなら締め出すからさ。ちょっと寄っていけって。
Ah ja, es wird noch rauskommen, was... Ich spoiler mal nicht. I don't mind at all. If anyone says otherwise, I kick them out. So why don't you stick around?
だから邪魔をする気はないって言ってるでしょ。
I already said I don't want to intrude.
それに私別に弓道に興味があるわけじゃないから。
It's not as if I'm particularly interested in Kyoto.
知らないやつのシャを見ても嬉しくないわ。
I'm not really excited to watch a bunch of people I don't know shooting arrows.
ん？なんだよ、遠坂。弓道に興味はなかったのか。
What's that, Tosaka? You don't care about Kyoto?
へえ。だっていうのに、放課後になると遠くから見てたのは、そういうわけかな。
I must just be confused after seeing you watching us after school so many times. I don't know what he's playing at, but he seems to have seriously misunderstood things.
なんだ知ってたのマト君。
So you knew Mato?
ああ、よく目があったんだぜ。僕と遠坂。シャを終えてさ、斬新の時に限って、遠坂は僕を見ていたろ？
Yeah, our eyes met often. Webi Ubi. You and I saw you watching me.
声を返したかったけど、一応決まりでね。車上では声を上げちゃいけないんだ。
I wanted to call you out, but you know how it is. I can't raise my voice on the range. Shinji starts closing in on me, looking pleasant with itself. I see the triumphant glint in his eyes competing with that affable smile.
勘違いしてたよ。遠坂は弓が好きなんだと思ってたけど、弓道には興味がないんだろ？ならなんで、遠坂は道場を見ていたのかな？
I had it wrong all along. I thought you liked watching us shoot, but you aren't interested. Why were you watching then, Tosaka? Ah, no, I see. It would sound like that, wouldn't it?
離れてくれないかしらマト君。私あまり人に近寄られるのは好きじゃないし。
Would you mind taking a step back, Mato? I like my personal space.
ん？なに？遠坂？
What was that, Tosaka?
あきれた。ここまで言ってもわからないのね。
Wow, you're still not getting it.
趣味じゃないけど仕方ないか。簡単にあなたにも理解できるように言ってあげる。
This isn't my usual style, but I guess I'll have to take Here, I make this really simple so even you can understand.
いいマト君。私は弓道に興味がない以上にあなたに興味はないって言ってるのよ。実際あなたが車上にいたなんて今初めて知ったぐらいだし、きっとこれからも目に入らないわ。
Ouch, burn. I'm even less interested in you than I am in Kyoto. I didn't even know you were in the club. I doubt I remember next time either.
なんだと。
What did you just say? I must have touched a nerve because he tried to grab me roughly. I twist out of reach and turn to leave.
それじゃあね、マト君。自意識過剰なのも結構だけど、ほどほどにしておいた方がいいわよ。
Bye, Mato. Sometimes a little self-consciousness can do you good.
遠坂、お前。
Tosaka, you little... Warte. Ich krieg das besser. Why, you little... Wenn irgendjemand das Easter Egg kennt. Shinji sounds like he's about to say something, but he keeps his temper and doesn't chase after me. The guy is all style, no substance. If he had even a little backbone, the people around him wouldn't suffer nearly so much. Hehe. I take the rear entrance into campus from the archery range. It's past 7 now, but there still aren't students in the hallways.
遠坂さんだ。
Hey, it's Tosaka!
おはようございます、藤村先生。
Good morning, Fujimura-sensei.
おはよう遠坂さん。ちゃんと挨拶してくれて先生は嬉しいよ。
Yep, good morning to you. I just love how you're so polite to teachers like me. The strange woman pretends to sob in delight. It may be hard to believe, but its extraordinary, affectionate and happy-to-go-lucky woman is actually a teacher here.
先生、ちゃんと挨拶をする以外にする挨拶があるのでしょうか？
Is there another way to say good morning?
あるわよ。1年生はちゃんと挨拶してくれるんだけどね。上級生になってくると私の名字で挨拶しないんだから。遠坂さんはああいうやからの真似しちゃダメだからね。
Ganz ehrlich, mal abseits der Story, als ich zum ersten Mal den Charakter gesehen habe, dachte ich, das ist ein Kerl. Da dachte ich, das ist ein Trap. Ich bin ganz ehrlich, das erste Mal, als ich den gesehen habe, war Carnival Phantasm auf YouTube und ja. They're sure are. The first years all greet me properly, but once they're upperclassmen, I stop using my surname. Don't follow their example. Alright?
はあ、よくわかりませんけど、先生に失礼なことはしませんが。
Oh, I'm not quite sure I'd understand, but I wouldn't be rude to you.
よしよし。ああ、みんながみんな遠坂さんみたいだったらいいのにな。
Good girl. Oh, how I wish they could be more like you, Tosaka. Hat heute mal versucht, das Solo von Pandemic mit Metronom zu spielen. Mein Hirn kann nicht gleichzeitig spielen und zählen. Es gibt einen kleinen Trick. Du musst quasi den Takt des Metronoms mit dem Fuß, diese 1 und 2 und 3 und 4 und immer wenn der Fuß in der Luft ist, so mach's ich oder mit der Ferse 1 und 2 und immer wenn der Fuß in der Luft ist die und. Also weirde Zählweise, aber ich erkläre es dir mal, wenn wir uns mal wieder sehen. With a parting wave and a see ya, Miss Fujimura leaves. Fortunately, she isn't my homeroom teacher. Miss Fujimura teaches English. Her sunny attitude barely her expert rank in Japanese fencing, kendo. In her student days, they called her the Fuyuki Tiger. That's a mystery though. You'd think someone known as a tiger would be feared, not at all, right? Miss Fujimura cheerily heads off in the direction of the archery range. For some reason, she's a faculty advisor to the Kyoto Cup instead of the Kendo Club. It's just before 7:30. I can see students doing their club activities on the school ground, but there's hardly anyone indoors, except... Tosaka! He always blots out my name like I did something wrong every time he sees me.
あら、生徒会長。こんな朝早くから校舎の見回り？それとも各部室の手入れかしら？どっちでもいいけど相変わらず豆ね、そういうとこ。
Well, if it isn't the student council president. It's a little early for patrolling campus, isn't it? Or are you maybe fixing up the club rooms? You're diligent as always. Not that I care.
そういうお前こそ何を企んでいる。部活動もしていないお前がこんな早くに何の用か。
Zeitumstellung verkackt, maybe. Oder Maidcraft hat die Uhren abgefuckt. And just what are you doing? You're not even in a club, so why are you here so early?
ただの気まぐれよ。竜斗くんちみたいに早起きじゃないもの、私。
I just felt like it. I'm not an early riser like your family, Ryoda. The student council president's handsome face darkens with suspicion. He seems to have it out for me. I really don't know why. Maybe me saying temples are so dull pass is what started it.
一つ聞いておくが、最近夜遅くまで校舎にいたことはあるか、遠坂。
One question for you. Have you been staying late on campus lately, Tosaka?
ないわね。私が帰宅部だって知ってるでしょ、竜斗くんは。
Nope, I'm in the Go Home Club. You know that.
当然だ。生徒会長を任された以上、全校生徒の情報は把握している。
Naturally, as the appointed student council president, I'm well acquainted with all of our student affairs.
そう。なら私に聞くまでもないでしょ。なんだってそんなことを聞くか知らないけど、生徒会の仕事を部外者に押し付けちゃまずいんじゃない？
That's nice. I'm not sure why you're bothering asking then. I hope you're not trying to pawn your student council work off on outsiders.
情報収集は一人でやりなさいよ。私みたいな部外者に頼らないで。
Spy on your fellow students yourself. Don't ask me. It gets nothing to do with me.
たわけ、お前のどこが部外者だ。
In what way are you an outsider?
うちの会計の首根っこ掴んで悪さをしたのを知らぬと思ったが、このめぎつれ。
Don't think I haven't noticed the way you used your wills to get your hooks into our treasurer, you vixen.
あら、人聞きが悪いわね。あれは三辻さんに頼まれて部費の割合を明らかにしただけでしょ。
Well, that was uncalled for. Mitsuzuri just asked me to publicize your club budget allocations.
みんなの予算がどこに使われているか調べるなんて、生徒として当然の行為だと思うけど。
Don't the students have a right to know how their funds are being spent?
なんと、うちの会計を1週間休ませた精神的ダメージが当然の行為なのか。 とんでもない倫理観をお持ちのようだな、相変わらず。
That's all it was to you, was it? The psychological damage you inflicted on the treasurer made her take an entire week off. I shouldn't be surprised to see just how twisted your ethics are.
あなたもね、部下の手綱ぐらいちゃんと握ってなさい。
Look who's talking. You ought to keep your staff on a tighter leash.
文化系ばかりひいきするのはフェアじゃないわ。
Playing favorites with the cultural club doesn't seem fair to me.
分かっている。だからこそ俺の手で不正を正したかったのだが。
I know that, that's why I'm going to audit them myself. It's fixed, Issei. Bevor hier jetzt irgendwas kommt, nein, das ist nicht Issei Hyodo von High School DxD. Unterschiedliche Schule, unterschiedliches Franchise, nicht Issei Hyodo. Kein Pervert. Issei Hyodo, Pervert. Issei Ryodo, no Pervert. Damit das klar ist. Just then, an unexpected visitor makes his presence known.
悪い。頼んだのはこっちなのに、エミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった。許せ。
Oh, sorry, Emiya. You're doing all the works while I'm out here and I just asked for your help with the repairs. Forgive me. Don't worry about it. Well, the next one. We don't have much time.
ああ、次は昇格室だ。前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
The AV room then. The equipment's been acting up for a while and it finally gave up the ghost. Oh Mann, die haben sogar den Geist aufgeben übersetzt. Oh Gott. If it's completely broken, I can't fix it. I'd be easier to buy a new one.
そうなんだが、一応見てくれると助かる。俺から見れば臨終だが、お前から見れば仮病かもしれん。
You're right, but I'd still appreciate it if you take a look. It looks like it's on its deathbed to me, but you might be able to nurse it back to health. Okay, I try. Beckoned by the other student, the president leaves. I stopped thinking during this sudden turn of events. The other boy, wrench and screwdriver in hand, turns as if he remembered something. You're early today, Tosaka. He awkwardly mutters and leaves. Was that supposed to be a greeting? The president and the student called Emiya walk off into the distance. That would be Shiro Emiya from class 2C.
それはいいんだけどさ。
I hope that's all it was. How do I put it? The wrench looked right at home in his hands, but I'm not sure if it's because it makes him look tough or handy. It's 7:30 a.m. There's nobody else in classroom 2A. I take a seat at my desk and flip through my math workbook. There's still 30 minutes until the morning homeroom. I've got time to kill until my classmate starts arriving. The classroom is lively as lunch break begins after the 4th period. Nach der 4. Moment. Die machen erst Pause um 11:15 Uhr. Oder sind die Stunden anders verteilt? Weird. It's mostly girls that stay behind. The girls think the cafeteria is a bit too liberal with the seasoning, so Tosaka, would you like to have lunch with me? We girls tend to enjoy our lunches as a group.
ありがとう、三枝さん。けど、ごめんなさい。私、今日は学食なんです。今朝は寝過ごしてしまって、お弁当を作る余裕がなかったものですから。
I'm sorry I can't, Saigusa. But thanks for asking. I'll be eating at the cafeteria today. I overslept this morning, so I didn't have time to make lunch.
いや、そうなんですか。ごめんなさい。そうとも知らず呼び止めてしまって。私、余計なことしましたね。
Of course. Sorry for ambushing you with that. Saigusa looks guilty at her feet. Among the refined and well-behaved student of Class R, she's the most demure for some reason. She's really nice to me.
余計なことだなんて、そんなことはありません。今日はたまたまだから気にしないで。また明日、これに懲りず声をかけてください。
There's nothing to apologize for. I just didn't have time to make a lunch today. Please ask me again tomorrow. I let her down gently as I can and offer a genuine smile.
はい。でも、遠坂さんでも寝過ごすことがあるんですね。
Oh, okay, so even you sleep in too. Huh? Perhaps my smile made her feel better. Saigusa turned back to her table, looking relieved. She's adorable. Yukika Saigusa isn't a drop dead gorgeous, but her smiles always put everyone around at ease.
ええ、そうなんです。なんとかごまかしてますけど、本当は寝ぼすけなんですよ、私。部活だって朝起きられないから入ってないんです。
It does happen. I don't let it show, but I'm really not a morning person. I can't get up early enough to be in any clubs. Saigusa somehow maintains an elegant air even when startled. Watching her reactions is always so calming. But that doesn't mean I have time to just stand here and talk. If I keep a conversation with someone so disarming, the real me is bound to show herself.
それじゃあ、食堂に行ってきます。三枝さんもごゆっくり。
I'm off to the cafeteria then. Enjoy your lunch.
はい、遠坂さんも。
You too, Tosaka. Saigusa and I exchange some graceful greetings, and she returns to her friends. I see that she's eating with Kaede Makidera and Kanehimuro. Alright, Warson Saigusa, the track and field club manager. Makidera and Himura are the field track club's rising stars. Makidera's a bad influence with whom I go window shopping on days off, but I don't know Himuro too well.
振られたね、ゆきっち。だから言ったでしょ。遠坂は弁当持ってこないって。釣りたかったらあいつの分も飯用意しないとね。
Looks like you got dumped, Saechi. Told you that Tosaka didn't bring lunch. If you wanna hook her, you got to bring enough food for the both of you.
マキ、それは私たちも食堂に移動すればいいだけの話では。
Maki, can't we just go to the cafeteria with her too, then?
ダメダメ。食堂は狭いんだから。弁当組が座れるスペースなんてねっての。それに遠坂と同席してみなさい。男どもの視線がうざいのなんの。
Nah, it's too cramped in there to share space with us brown beggars. Plus, it's real annoying how the boys stare when you sit next to Tosaka.
前の休みだってさ、二人で遊びに行ったのに、あいつだけ得しちゃってさ。やだよね、美人を鼻にかけた優等生は。
The last time we hung out, she's hogged all the attention. She's an overachiever and all swanky too. I can't take it. Makidera takes a hold of Sagosa's desk as she continues to rant about me. Despite her form of, she actually wears a kimono really well, like a picturesque Japanese beauty.
牧主、君の陰口は遠坂城に聞こえているようだが、
Makinoge. Lady Tosaka can hear everything you're saying. Meanwhile, Himura's cool and solid demeanor are completely foil to that of Makidera.
やべ、遠坂に聞かれた。ゲゲ、めっちゃ睨んでるじゃん、あいつ。
Oh crap, did she hear me? Ugh. I bet she's totally glaring at me.
別に遠坂さん、マキちゃんを睨んでなんかないと思うけど。
I don't think she's glaring at you.
睨んでんだよ、あれ。あいつは笑ってる時が一番怖いんだから。なんだよ、いいじゃんか、口ぐらい。多めに見ろよ。私と遠坂の仲だろ。たい焼きおごってやっただろ。
She's totally shooting lasers. It's the scariest when she smiles at you. Oh, come on. Just let it slide. We're pals, remember? I treated you to taiyaki that one time. Kaede Makidera puffs her cheeks out in a pout, waving her disposable chopstick in the air. Will you believe that her hobby is collecting wind chimes? The world works in strange ways. At any rate, it's rude to Segusa to stare at the three of them. Cocked between me and foul-mouthed Makidera, Segusa looks like she doesn't know what to do with herself.
気にしないでいいのよ、三枝さん。
It's alright, Segusa.
それと牧寺さん、おごらされたのは私で、品物はたい焼きではなくクレープでした。無意識に事実を改ざんする悪癖、次あたりに直さないと考えますよ。
And Makidera, I was the one who treated you to crepes, and not to takoyaki. You really ought to fix her off new work in Hyperball.
マジ怖え、あの笑顔。
That smile scared the daylight out of me. Makidera holds up her lunchbox like some kind of shield. I bid the odd trio farewell and leave the classroom. And slide the door closed. Oops.
なんだよ、大差ないじゃんか、たい焼きもクレープも。どっちも甘いの皮で包んでるんだからさ。
Ah, give me a break, taiyaki crepes. What's the difference? They're both sweet things wrapped in carbs. Makidera utters something blasphemous for a girl.
たい焼きとクレープが同じですって？
Frage. Was ist besser, Taiyaki oder Crepe? Crepes. Ein für alle Mal die Frage. Takoyaki sind diese Thunfischbällchen. Taiyaki sind die, fuck, jetzt müsste ich googeln. Fuck! Wait a second. So, damit wir die Frage haben. Ah, okay. Ja, jetzt weiß ich wieder. Also, Taiyaki sind diese Fisch-Dinger mit Pudding. Und Krebs, man kennt sie. She thinks Taiyaki and crabs are the same. Is she even human? All that is just the same to her? If I'd known that her taste buds can't distinguish Fleur 500 yen, very berry from 80 yen takoyaki at Edomaya. Na, diese Fischwaffel. Also, Moment. Ja, die. If I'd known that the taste buds can't distinguish Fleur's 500 yen very berry from an 80 yen taiyaki at Edomaya. Damn you, Kaede Makidera. I could have saved 420 yen.
何本気で悔しがってるんだ私。
Wow, what am I getting actually upset for? I must still be tired from last night. Aber eins können wir uns schon mal merken. Die Raid-Message wird heute Taiyaki oder Crepe Raid. The cafeteria sounds like a pain, so I just buy some bread from the counter and eat on the roof. I purchase my lunch and head to the unoccupied roof. Though it's stiffened in the summer times, during the winter, the roof is a convenient place to eat that other students tend to avoid. It's too cold to hang out here during lunch, but there's a small price to pay for privacy.
さて、とりあえずご飯と。
It's time to eat. Leberkai ist mit ein bisschen Senf und Energy Drink. Ja, basically the same. Zumindest in der Wirtschaft. Zumindest in der Hauptschule, ja, nur ohne Energy Drink. Da habe ich mir dann meistens immer noch eine Cola geholt. Wir hatten keine Schulcafeteria. Und je nachdem, an welcher Schule ich war, an der Berufsschule als Feinwegmechaniker, da gab es meistens immer Italiener oder wir sind zum Döner oder im Sommer Eis. In Fürth, da gab es Schnitzel Wiener Art. Dann waren wir einmal beim KFC oder was wir dann immer gemacht haben, weil wir dann zu spät gekommen sind. Und einmal hatte ich sogar Schäufel in der Mittagspause und da hat mich dann mein Lehrer angeschaut wie: Warum frisst du ein Schäufel in der Mittagspause? I indulged into the tomato sandwich and hot lemon drink I bought from the cafeteria. It's a simple lunch, made all the more delicious by the fact that I can enjoy it up here in peace. Phew. I finish the sandwich and sip on the warm lemony drink. I'm a little tired. It's hard to balance being an overachiever and avoid human contact as much as possible. Hust, man merkt, das wurde geschrieben vor Corona, weil während Corona Human Contact zu avoiden mit Online-Classes. Ja. Ja. As the saying goes, one should be accomplished at both the pen and the sword. It's a point of pride, no conviction, that I should be the top student of the school. I decided that if I was going to be a student, then I would be the very best. Like no one ever was. I don't want people looking down on the Tosaka name. That's how Rin Tukasa, oder ich benutze mal die japanische Variante, that's how Tosaka Rin became to be a perfect, flawless student. On the other hand, my occupation as a mage is dangerous, so I shouldn't associate too much with normal people. When a mage is discovered by the public, she has no choice but to limit the witnesses to protect herself. I'd rather not resort to that. That's why I keep my social interactions purely superficial. Out of necessity. Hier ist der Punkt, wenn du introvertiert bist, hast du das Problem nicht, weil deine soziale Batterie vor dem ganzen Scheiß leer ist. I only hang out with Makidera on my days off, and I turn down invitation from more sociable people like Saekusa. It's difficult walking the tightrope of being the #1 student at school while making sure I don't become anybody else's #1. And sure, there are times when it tires me out and I feel like life is a real drag.
もう時間か。
Oh, it's already time. I finish the hot lemon drink and stand up. That's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go back downstairs and become Rin Tosaka again.
では、ホームルームを終了する。日直は日誌と戸締まりの確認を。
Homeroom is over. Make sure you log your day's shifts and lock the doors and
部
windows.
活動のない生徒は速やかに帰宅するように。
If you don't have any club activities, try to get home quickly. Class 2A's teacher gives his usual spiel and leaves the room. As far as I know, he said this exact same thing way all the year.
遠坂、今日はもうお帰り？
Tosaka, are you going home already?
ええ。朝方マトウ君と一見あったし、面倒になる前に帰るわ。
Yeah, I had a run-in with Mato this morning, so I want to leave before it get out of hand.
やっぱりそうか。マトのやつ、今朝は特に荒れてたからさ。
Yeah,
遠坂にてひどく扱われたんだろうなって思ってた。
I figured he sure had a temper this morning. You must have put him through the ringer.
そう、迷惑をかけてしまったかしら、三辻さん。
Did he know? Sorry for the trouble.
別に、マトが下級生をいびるのはいつものことだし。あれはあれでいい精神鍛錬になるよ。
It wasn't, really. Mato's always hard on the younger students. It helped with building character.
そう、よかった。じゃあ、この埋め合わせはまた今度。
Glad to hear. I'll make it up to you later.
はいはい。これに懲りず、また寄っていってちょうだい。
Sure, sure. I hope it doesn't put you off. Stop by again sometime. Reading comprehension. I make my way home without taking any detours. My time as Rin Tosaka, the honor student, ends once I leave the school. The next half of the day is reserved for the other me. I have to become the mage of the Tosaka. Oh. When I arrive back at the house, I am greeted with the pulsing light of my answering machine.
留守電なんて珍しいな。相手は、やっぱりあんたか、キレ。
Voicemail? That's rare. Figure, it's Kide. I have a feeling I know what he's going to say, but I'd better listen or I won't hear the end of it later. I press the play button and hear a familiar male voice.
私だ。分かっていると思うが、期限は明日までだぞ、リン。
It's me. As I'm sure you're aware, tomorrow is the time limit, Rin.
あまり悠長に構えられては困る。残る席はあと2つだ。
We will have a problem if you procrastinate any further. There are only 2 spots left.
早々にマスターを揃えねばならん。
I must ensure all the masters are in order soon. The priest cuts straight to the point.
マスターの権利を放棄するというのなら、今日中に連絡しろ。予備の魔術師を派遣するにも時間がかかる。
If you plan to forfeit your rights as a master, let me know by today. It will take time to dispatch a substitute mage. Liar, I bet you could find a backup right away.
お前にはすでに0時の兆しが現れているのだ。さっさとサーバントを召喚し、0時を開け。
You have already shown signs of a command spell. Promptly summon your servant and bind them to it.
もっとも、聖杯戦争に参加しないというのならば話は別だ。命が惜しいのなら、早々に教会に駆け込むがいい。
Of course, it's a different discussion if you choose not to partake in the Holy Grail War, if you fear for your life. Then come to the church with all due haste. The voicemail ends. It was a clear message in simple language. If you're going to fight, be ready by today. If you aren't, then retire. Because you're in the way.
言われなくても分かってるわよ。
I don't need you to tell me that. It's only to be expected, I guess. Today is the last day I can direct this out. Thankfully, I managed to decipher Father's notes yesterday. My battle preparations are in order. All that's left is to seize the right to participate, as he said.
聖杯戦争。たった一つきりの聖杯を奪い合う殺し合い。何百年も前から伝わってきた聖杯の儀式か。
The Holy Grail War. A fight to the death of a single challenge. A ritual that's gone on for centuries. The mages who take part in the Holy Grail War are called masters. It doesn't denote a rank of any kind, it merely describes their role. There's a condition to participate in the Holy Grail War. You must summon a familiar called a servant / Pokémon. Da kommen wir jetzt zu der Erklärung, Ubi, die du vorhin gegeben hast, die Nussschale. And form a contract with them. Regardless of your skill as a mage, you're not recognized as a master unless you command a servant. There's a clear difference between the servants and normal familiars. The way you summon them and use them are different. Mages who plan to fight in the Holy Grail War prepare summoning catalysts, but...
父さんもセイバーにゆかりのものを残してくれればよかったのに。
Ah, okay. I wish Father had left me something with a connection to a saber. I don't own any relics with a connection to a servant. I can summon one, yes. In fact, I could do it right now if I wanted. As well to form a contract. This town's ley line are under the jurisdiction of the Tosakas. I'm the heir to a clan that's administrates lands for generations. So my performance will not take a backseat to some visiting mage. Also, while that is true, it'd be awfully incompetent of me to embark on a viteratively voyage without a compass. Servants are drawn to symbols.
強力なサーバントを呼び出したいのなら、そのサーバントにゆかりのあるものが必要不可欠なのだ。
To summon a powerful servant, you need a symbol with a connection to that servant. In other words, I need some outrageously valuable item, like a sword, a piece of armor that servant owned, or maybe a bone or heraldly related to them.
父さんの遺言に期待してたんだけどな。これはこれでものすごい切り札なんだけど。
I had such big hopes for father's will. No, he still did leave me a serious trump card. The pendant I discovered in the basement last night is an ancient artifact of the highest quality. It's amazing all on its own. Still, it won't help me summon a servant.
いいわよ。そんなものに頼らなくたってなんとかなるわ。そもそも私以外にセーバーを扱えるマスターなんているはずないし。
Fine. I don't need to rely on something like that to figure this out. To begin with, I doubt there's any master more qualified to handle a saber than I am. Alright, I've made up my mind. I'd rather not get another earful and wait until the last minute. Doesn't sit right with me. No, the real challenge begins. Tonight, I'm going to summon a servant while I'm in peak condition and acquire a saber by force. Late night. Warte, ich mach mal kurz was, weil ich plane eh gleich Save. Gut. Late night. The clock reads almost 2 a.m. Fehler! Deine Uhren waren falsch. Du verkackst. The clock reads almost 2 a.m. Während es gerade mal 1 Uhr ist. This is the period where everything lines up. My condition peaks at 2 a.m. sharp. In terms of limit. This will be my first and last chance, so I can't afford even the slightest mistake. Withdrawal.
消去の中に大挙。大挙の陣を4つ刻んで、召喚の陣で囲むと。
Withdrawal within elimination. Engrave 4 circles of withdrawals around them with a summoning circle there is. I inscribe magic circles into the floor of the basement. Actually, it doesn't take a major evocation to call forth a servant. Servants are invited by the Holy Grail. Masters anchor them to the world and supply magical energy to materialize them, but the servants are the ones who choose to respond to the summons.
Sony, 銀と鉄。礎に石と契約の対抗。ソニは我が大使、シュバインヨーグ。
For the elements, silver and iron. For the foundation, stone. And the Archduke of Pax from the Ancaster, my great master Schweinorg.
降り立つ風には壁を。四方の門は閉じ、王冠より出。王国に至る三サロは循環せよ。
Raise a wall for the wind that shall fall. Close the gates of the 4 directions. Come forth from the crown and follow the forked road leading to the kingdom. Still, I need to keep cautious and focus. Magic circles are normally drawn in blood, but tonight I draw mine with melted jewels. I'm using up half of the jewels I accumulated over my lifetime, so I'll never financially recover from this if it fades.
満たせ。
fill,
満たせ
fill, 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 fill. Ich lasse das Close aus.
繰り返し都度に5度
Repeat 5 times.
満たされる時を破却する
But when each is filled, destroy it. It's almost 2 a.m. I finish drawing the summoning circle passed down through the Tosaka line and face it with all my being.
アンファン
Anfang. I flick a formless switch within myself. With a click, I feel my inside turn over to something else. My normal nerves invert and become a circuit of conducting magical energy. Rin Tosaka is no longer human. She's just a component in the execution of mystics. I melt from my fingers. No, I'm filling up from my fingers. The mana I'm taking in is so dense, it overrides my bodily sensations. That's why I'm being destroyed at the same time I'm being filled. Running through my body is the power, mana, from the atmosphere. Converted into a different type of energy through my body's circuits. A mage body is nothing but circuits. Circuits to connect the ethereal to the material. The mythical outcome we produce is what we call magecraft. My body grows hot. It seems like horns are growing from my forehead. It seems like wings are sprouting from my back. It seems like scales are covering my hands. It feels like there's water pooling around my ankles. Sweat drips. Stab, stab. Sword pierces my body. These are all the stigmata that reject my body, which becomes a circuit. No matter how gifted a mage is, we're only human. In a human body, the pain is something we must live with whenever we use magecraft. The cycle doesn't let up. Beyond the agony deep within the trance lies the mental state necessary for connection. Pain wriggles in my left arm. To aid the cast, my magic crest autonomously begins incarnation, invading my nervous system. The mana in the atmosphere I had taken in turns to blood. It's like molten lead. While my active magic crest resembles thorny nerves. With a crunching sensation, it creeps throughout my body like a thorny centipede. Within the herd, I forget myself. At the same time, I can feel it taking a hold of me, like I've reached where it needs to go. My hypersensitive hearing picks up the ticking of the clock in the parlor. 10 seconds left until 2 a.m. The power filling my body is unquestionably complete. Heed my words. Time to begin. I convert the mana I've collected into the magical enemy for fixation. All that's left is to feel all that energy into the engine, the summoning circle, until my body runs dry. Heed my words.
汝の身は我がもとに我が命運は汝の剣に
My will creates your body and your sword creates my destiny.
聖杯のよるべに従いこの断りに従うならば答えよ
Ich beschwöre dich, Exodia, falscher Anime. If you heed the great scale and obey my will and reason, then answer me. My vision goes dark. What lies before me now is the fifth factor, said to be imperceptible to the naked eye. My vision shuts off on its own, fearing what it might see.
誓いよここに
I hereby swear
我は常世すべての善となるもの
I shall be all the good in the world.
我は常世すべての悪を敷くもの
I shall defeat all evil in the world.
汝三代の言霊をまとう七点
Seven heavens clad in the three great words of power.
抑止の輪より鍛え天秤の守り手よ
Come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. That went off without a hinge. It feels so perfect. It's like I'm reeling into a whale with a fishing rod. Flawless, I'm positive. I just drew the strongest card. I can't wait for my vision to return. It'll take more seconds, but when it does, I'm sure the strongest will. Be nowhere in sight.
はい
Huh? Huh? Nothing's there. The room doesn't look different at all. I spun that much ether into the ritual for absolutely nothing to materialize. On top of that, I think I just heard something explode in the parlor. Why? I chose you, Pikachu. Nee, das passt auch nicht. I bolt. My head's empty at this point. I just run. I race up the stairs from the basement.
扉壊れてる
The door's broken. The door to the parlor is askew of its hinges. There isn't any point in turning the doorknob. And since it would open whenever I push or pull...
もう邪魔だか
Damn it! Move, you stupid thing! I kick it down and burst into the room. And the moment I enter the parlor, everything becomes clear. Everything is in tatters. Rubble is strewn across everything. As if something has fallen through the ceiling. On top of it all sits a man cocking his head arrogantly. He must be some kind of criminal. But there's something graver that draws my attention. The grandfather clock has escaped destruction, tells time preciously. Now I remember. Right, of clocks. The clocks were an hour ahead today, weren't they? Which means it's 1 AM. Still a full hour left until I'm in peak spellcasting form.
またやっちゃった
I screwed up again. I can complete tasks as well as anybody else, but suffer from the curse of my genetics. When it really counts, I somehow manage to bungle things on an unbelievable level.
やっちゃったことは仕方ない反省
What's done is done. Just gotta learn from this. I can't believe my own stupidity. Still irritated, I directly glance at the man lounging haughtily on the rubble.
それであんた何
So, what are you? Und ich denke mal, das ist ein guter Cliffhanger. To save? Ja. und gehen. Machen uns heute fertig für Raid. So, dann wir sehen uns. So, what are you? An idiot sandwich? Ui, du fasst gerade Tosaka perfekt zusammen. So, aber wir gehen heute wohin? So, wir gehen heute zu Leo. Und wir sehen uns dann nächste Woche, Samstag. Bis dann. Bye.